I mean, but I mean, a little lighthearted discussion to get into what we about to get into now. Like, to be honest, I still don't even know the true like situation. Like, I don't know if like because from what I was seeing at first, it was like, all right, so we're gonna talk about Zaya Wade or Zaya Wade, and I don't know if they were saying that she was given a. I don't know if they were saying that she was given an award of some sort by Michelle Obama or what the entire. But it's like a 10-minute clip that I saw. I don't know if there's a longer interview. I saw about like a 10-minute interview between an exchange between Zaya Wade and Michelle Obama, where Michelle Obama was just pretty much giving advice to youth. I'm saying no youth in particular. I'm saying, but youth coming up and coming into themselves and learning how to deal with being yourself no matter what the consequences may be or rewards, just keeping your head on straight and striving and continuing to go. You know what I'm saying? So I was seeing a lot, I've been seeing a lot, and also hearing a little bit of people saying that they don't agree with this whole idea of during Women's Month, I'm saying, giving accolades and providing awards to transgender women. You know what I'm saying? And overlooking who some may consider, I'm gonna put parentheses what some may say, real women. But what I would just say is, women who were born in their truth. I'm saying I try to word it in I always try to be, correct. Let me say the right pronouns and whatnot. But so with all that being said, we had a discussion about this whole situation. As I was introducing the situation, I'm saying she, saying he. So how do you feel about Zaya Wade, who's Dwayne Wade's son, daughter, who was assigned?
Guys, listen, don't cancel me.
Male at birth.
Please don't cancel me.
Please don't.
Please don't cancel me. Because this is my truth.
This is true.
He is a he. And during this month, he does not deserve an award or an accolade that is reserved for she's in our community. Like, it's enough women out here who go through enough. But that is not by true. They're women by, just by happenstance. They were born women. Yeah. And then there's minority women. So they have enough. They got people with a lot on their plate who are really accomplishing major things. Then to try to be like, you know what, let's get this group of people on our side. Let's just cater to this community. And now we're going to just give Dwayne Wade's child an award during Women's Month because his outstanding courage. And bro, I just don't subscribe to that. Caitlyn Jenner won, Woman of the Year. Like, what? How? You've been a woman for all of 3 months, 14 hours. And like, come on, bro. Like, it's people who've been women their entire life and faced so many obstacles and overcame so much. We got Becky Hammond, who went to college, played ball in WNBA, and now is a coach in the NBA. Like, she's actually been considered to be head coaches in certain areas. Like, it's enough women out here to be like, yo, Serena Williams, like, she won a Grand Slam pregnant. Like, it's enough women out here to Maya Moore. Like, we can just keep going down the list. We got Supreme Court judges and stuff. Like, people are coming up everywhere to just give it to somebody.
Vice President
Kamala. Like, it's enough women to give stuff out here to then to be like, you know what, let's cater to this community and let's keep them on our side. And people do that because they have voting power. Like, they powerful. I'm not gonna hold you. The LGBTQ community is strong. And so we try to cater to them to keep them on our side. But in the same, like, I feel that, and I love all God's people. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the decision. Like, that's your preference. If you want to change or you want to date whoever, I don't mind.
Right.
But rewards and accolades and stuff like that, awards, it's not supposed to be for you. You should not receive that.
I hear what you're saying. I agree. I agree. To be honest, I mean, it may be rare, but it is. I do agree that, we have, other women who can receive these type of accolades. I do respect the stance that they're taking, the message that they're getting across, that be yourself, be strong, and show encourage these people, especially the ones who step in the front lines to build this lane for their lifestyle, or their I don't even know if I could say it's a lifestyle, but who just build this lane for others to follow, who feel the same as they do. And it's important that you put them up and you let them know, hey, this is what you're doing. You commend them so others can feel comfortable being themselves as well. The issue lies in overlooking the other women that you mentioned, and not allowing because even if you were trying to look for a younger woman, there are other younger of women of color who do many things, who are entrepreneurs, who are movie stars, who are artists in their own respects. So it's like to overlook those women and to provide this type of spotlight
for somebody who does nothing but other than, not to diminish, but all you did was basically live what you think your truth is. Like, but you didn't accomplish anything. We have people like Lele started as a internet child that could rap. And she parlayed that to a crazy YouTube following. Then she parlayed that to getting on Wild 'N Out. Now she has a record deal and she's acting. Like, she started that from rapping on Facebook. Like, now she's 12, 13 and she's getting it. It's like, yo, Lele out here booming. Yeah. She's actually accomplished something. You've done nothing but put on a dress and like, you know what? I think I should be a woman. And we was like, what? Awards, and let's put you up on the, like, what gave you, because you're Dwayne Wade's child, like, you get to go sit with Michelle. You've done nothing but what you're supposed to do as a
it was
teenager.
Video call. She ain't like sit with her.
I know some girls around here in Hampton that have done amazing things and been head of chapters of different organizations, and they're on National Honor Society, and they do a lot of things, and junior delegates and model UNs and whatnot. They didn't get to sit down and talk to Michelle Obama, like, because they live a regular life,
and also because they don't have a
trending story.
Not even just so much a trending story, because that is true, but the fact that Zaya Wade is the daughter of Dwayne Wade, that
we're gonna stick with child,
the child of Dwayne Wade, but she prefers to be called she. I'm saying
he prefers to be called she.
No, she. Like, this is also part of the discussion. We said, I guess you're not gonna say she until she's of an older age, or I guess a consenting age, to where if she does so choose to go perform the types of surgery necessary, then you would consider Zaya Wade she.
I would just say Dwayne Wade's child,
but she would be a grown woman at that time. It wouldn't be a child.
She would be who?
An adult.
She would be an adult. Wade's child.
Dwayne Wade's adult child. Nah, I feel you.
But here's my thing. Here's another thing, man. It's crazy because this whole community, I don't hate them. All right, don't take this as slander. But we give them this pass up. Let them do what they feel. Freedom of expression.
Which community, though?
The LGBTQ community. Like, when it comes to them, is that freedom of expression. Even as a child, let them live their truth. I remember when the Smith kids, Willow and Jaden, were younger. Willow had the long, pretty hair. She whipped her hair back and forth and whatnot. And she was like, I'm about to shave it. Shave one side off or whatever, and then kept the braids on the other side. And everybody was like, what? Why do you let her do that? She can't do that, and she shouldn't be able to. Or what kind of parent are you? And Jada said, they have freedom of expression in two areas in their life, living under my roof. That's their hair and that's their clothes. You can't talk back to me. You can't do this. You can't make all these decisions. What you can make a decision on is what you wear and how you keep your hair. And the world was in an uproar because she let them have that freedom of expression. Fast forward, I want freedom of expression over my sexuality, and I want to be a child in your house at 13, 14, 15, and I want you to buy me dresses, and I'm a boy, and I want you to buy me heels and makeup and lashes. And we're like, oh, live your truth. Like, where are we going to draw the line at?
That's an interesting point that you do make. I guess I would question how I don't know if I would say how much a child at the age of 13 is really saying I'm demanding, buy me dresses. I'm a girl. I'm saying like I don't know the extent of how that goes, but it's like as a parent, I guess you make that decision whether or not you're going to decide to allow your child to go out in dresses, or if you want to say, hey, look, right now, this is how you're gonna dress, and when you become of an age where you can make those decisions, I'm saying then you can decide how or not you would like to, go out and dress.
That's the parenting I'm used to. Like, bro, you can feel who you feel that you are, but as long as I'm buying your stuff, you were born a male in my house. You will dress as a male. I would not be. You know what? This crop top. I'm not going to try on clothes with you at Forever 21, but like this crop top looks cute. Like,
but this is also where the gender neutrality discussion comes in, because now it's like, what really determines what a male is supposed to wear? I'm saying.
Not crop tops and heels.
But there are men who wear crop tops and heels. They might just be gay men who prefer to wear crop tops.
You can't be that in my house either.
Okay, all right, but yeah, ain't no child wearing no crop tops and children shouldn't be wearing crop tops.
Yeah, or bro, at that age you can feel how you want to feel on the inside, and you have certain levels of privacy. Like all these kids have cell phones and stuff, so if you want to have a little boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Certain areas I give you leeway. The areas that you can't have leeway is stuff that involves me. So, like, they had Dwayne and Gabrielle taking their child to like the parade and whatnot, and being out here. I can't be that extra supportive, but I also wouldn't be supportive of my straight child trying to go to Freaknik at 13. Like, I'm not about to get you laced and be like, yo, let's go down here and smack cheeks on all the girls in thongs. Like, I'm neither way am I supporting, because at that age you shouldn't even be that deep into it.
Are you comparing the Pride Parade to Freaknik?
I'm just saying. Is that not the equivalent?
I don't think it's the equivalent, because now why can't you say the West Indian Labor Day Parade is on the same level, because women are out there, with costumes on that reveal
well, that too,
parts of the bodies.
Or Mardi Gras, or like
Gras.
My child wouldn't be at 14, 15, wouldn't be involved in none of that. We can go skating. We can go to teen night at one of those little clubs, whatnot, that they had little dances. Cool, but to be somewhere where it's mainly for adults who make that decision to live a certain way, you're not going to be involved, straight, gay, or whatever. It's just, you can't.
Yeah.
To me, like, because if we're allowing that, then what Boosie did, is it really that bad?
What is that? Just for the context, I think I know what you're talking about, boy.
Yeah. I mean, he got some strippers and stuff for his teenage sons and nephews, who, by the way, are Boosie's sons and nephews, who live this life.
How old are these children?
It was like 15.
Are you saying that that's an appropriate age for?
That's definitely inappropriate. Okay, but if it's inappropriate for you to have strippers and you know that you're straight and you know that you like her, you're Boosie's child. We only can imagine what you have seen being Boosie's child and being on the road. You've probably seen women in and out the crib, in and out of studios. Like, you've seen a lot. So at that age and living, because when I was 15, I knew what I liked. I wasn't a virgin no more at 15. I knew exactly what I wanted. But my dad wasn't allowing it. It wasn't like, hey, well, sneak her over and go in the basement. Just don't be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but if Boosie's child lived that life and we crucified him for allowing his child to see strippers or whatever and do whatever, then how do we celebrate the opposite end of the sexuality spectrum? Like, hey, well, Dwayne Wade let his son go to... I've seen pictures at the Gay Pride Parade. They just men out there with G-strings and they just shaking and flaunting and gyrating and stuff. And it's like, bro, this is the same thing, just a different community.
I do hear what you're saying. I do believe that the capacity that they were at the Pride Parade was more so like on a float. So they were like passing through. You know what I'm saying? They're not like out in the mix with everybody. So, I mean, yes, she does have eyes to see and was probably exposed to a lot of things at the Pride Parade, but that is entirely different because everyone is not out there in G-strings and gyrating and shaking. There is a select few who come out, and dress a certain kind of way. But for you to gather a group of strippers and bring them to you know what I'm saying, your young underage, children, nephews, or sons, And you come on now, we know what the strippers ain't just walking up and down the street shaking it. Nah, they on you. You know what I'm saying? They in your face with it. And I do believe there was a situation where
they were getting
fellatio was handed out. So I'm saying it's really not the same. So I could see where the uproar could be. I'm saying there are people in uproar about the Zaya Wade thing. I'm saying there are a couple people who don't agree with it, but I think much more wouldn't agree with that type of lifestyle for young impressionable males. I'm saying knowing that you're sending them off to school and they still haven't matured nowhere near that yet. I'm saying, and you showing them a specific type of way that you view women. I'm saying, in a sense, and especially being around his father and knowing the type of music he makes and the types of things he already says about women. Now you further subjecting them to more abuse and toxic thoughts about women.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I wouldn't show support for it either. It's just, when you crucify one end, you have to also crucify the other end. So if his child who knows he's straight, and be like, man, Dad, that's what's up, man. Strippers and what? And fellatio, what a birthday for me, You also have to crucify, hey, man, like, we're going to catch a flight to the Pride Parade and we're going to be, because one is too many. Like, I know you say everybody's not out there in the G-string. Cool, I get you. Like, every stripper might not be cool giving fellatio to an underage child, but one might be. One is too many, right? So if Zaya Wade seen one person out there like that, that's too many. Because it wasn't another 14-year-old out there doing it. It's all grown people. So if that grown person shakes something in front of her, him, whatever you want to call it, Zaya Wade, then
she prefers she.
Dwayne, if a grown person shakes in front of Dwayne Wade's child, and then what? Or sends him a picture, like, is it now child pornography? Is it you put a child in a grown up situation, and then when grown up things happen, we want to be like, oh well, not old enough for consent. You know what I'm saying? But you're here. I put you in an element in an area that was like, bro, it's all adults out here wilding. You're the only 14, 15-year-old here. Anything that happens here, it's on adult ground. Like you then can't be like, well, you knew she was underage. Like, what?
I hear what you're saying, but I don't feel like in that environment, that especially being with her dad. I'm saying
nobody respects Dwayne Wade as like that. Come on, we respect his basketball skills.
People respect Dwayne Wade. I don't think anyone is out there with the intentions of doing. This is just me just thinking. Of course, there are crazy, cruel people in the world, but like, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do to a child. And I'm saying, if we see this child, I'm gonna show them this, and I'm gonna give them that. But what I'm saying is, in that environment, you don't really necessarily expect anything inappropriate. I guess you could say, walking around in G-strings and whatnot is inappropriate, but I don't think I'm saying, what was I saying? Where's my thought real quick? I forgot.
You don't think they'll run up on D-Wade?
Yeah,
but here's the thing.
What I'm saying is, my fault, before I let you finish, at a specific location where there are going to be strippers, it's guaranteed that you're going to get cheeks in your face. It's guaranteed they're going to gyrate on your lap. And I'm saying, you might put your hand somewhere. I'm saying, like, you might go in somewhere. Excuse me. I'm saying, like, you might go in the back room and fellatio may be performed on your adolescent body. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's two completely different sides of the spectrum now.
It is, as far as how far it can go, but a little bit too far is still too far. If that makes sense. Even if you're on a float, all right, you chilling. Normally at these parades, you on floats, what do you have? Beads. How do you get beads? Flash. Nobody's going to be like, hey, everybody stop flashing for 10 minutes because Dwayne Wade's coming through with his child. Nah. It's still going to be people out there shaking breasts, trying to get beads. They're going to be flashing all types of stuff. And one is too many. And you just put a child in an adult situation and gave Dwayne Wade's child too much experience at that age. It's like, if I take my child to Mardi Gras, I can't be like, look, man, when we come through, don't flash him because, he's with me. What goes down here. Yeah. So if I bring him, I'm exposing him to that, and I have to be okay with that. And I felt like I would never do that because I am not okay with showing him that. He's going to learn that on his own. And then when he gets 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and decides, yo, I want to go to Mardi Gras, by all means, enjoy yourself. But I'm not going to be the person to introduce you to that. And even when you're grown, I'm not going to be the person to take you to that. I'm not your friend. I'm your dad. And I feel like him and Gabrielle, with the whole trying to make you feel comfortable, is crossing lines from parent to friend.
Yeah, but there should be that line where you can be that comfort for your child to be able to come to you as a friend, especially in a situation like this. This is not something that you would like for your child to be holding inside. I'm saying you would like to be. You would like to be knowledgeable. I'm saying so that you can try to find the best. I mean, I'm not saying that the way Dwayne Wade, I'm saying is going about it is the best way. And I'm saying we are no one to decide what's right or wrong. Everything is opinion. And I'm saying like some people might take whatever as fact, but that at the end of the day, just everybody doesn't see things the same way. I'm saying so. I'm not saying that this is the appropriate way to take it. I'm no one to say that. But what I'm saying is, you would like to know so that you can approach it in the best way that you know how, like the best way you think as a parent you should approach it. And spectators are always going to be on the side saying, you know, hey, this is not appropriate. This is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do this and that and the third. But you know, at the end of the day, this is your child, and I'm saying you know this person better than anyone. I'm saying you've seen this person grow from, you know what I mean, a little bean to the full-grown adult that stands aside, but not an adult now. But what I'm saying is, as they get older, so you know, you want to know what's going on.
I don't know if I want to know, because at what point do we don't want to know? It's cool we want to know when they're in this situation. It's like, oh, be yourself. Let me help you feel comfortable. But what if your child is something else? Like, what if your child wants to be, you know, very promiscuous? Like, you have a daughter, like, you know what? She just like, you know what? This monogamy thing is really not for me. I really just want to just wild out and sleep with mad people. Now, do we feel comfortable? Like, yo, come let me know. Let me get you all the protection I know how to get you. And, you know, just then now we're being an uproar. If I let my daughter do that now, it's like the world is not cool with me being comfortable with that.
I think, yes, there would be spectators who would disagree with that way of approaching things. And me, of course, as a father would be devastated. I'm saying I'd be devastated if something like that. I'm saying a father to two girls. I mean, like, it's never going to happen. What I'm saying is, I would prefer to be of knowledge. I would prefer to know these things up front and be able to, like I said, address the situation in the best way. Because just because someone may feel a specific type of way don't mean that at the end of the day they're going to continue to be that way. You know, you give them both sides of the spectrum and allow them to make their decision at the end. I'm saying you give them the best advice you can, and you try your best to, you know, guide them in the direction that you may feel is right. But they're always going to feel like, you know, what they want for themselves is what they want for themselves.
I get that. I think I could know, but he knows, like Dwayne Wade knows. It's the agreeance and the support that is like, all right, man. At some point, you have to put your foot down as a man, as a father. Like, bro, we're not allowing this yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do that on your own time. When you get grown and buy your own clothes and you can do all that. Just like if I had a child that wanted to be promiscuous, like, yo, when you get 18, 19, 20, and I can't tell you what to do no more, by all means, be safe. But in my house, what I'm not going to do is support the promiscuity. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm not going to support that and be like, oh, well, hey, if you want to do that, let's go to the Amber Rose March. Let's go to the Hope March. Like I want to support you being this. Like, I'm not going to be that. Right. You would look bad as a father if you allowed your child to do that. But he is glorified as a father because he's taking the child to the equivalent, but it's just for the LGBTQ community.
Well, what I would say is, I don't think that. Come on, you comparing the Pride Parade to a lot of,
but that's exactly what it is.
And comparing it to the slut walk.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
it's pride in your lifestyle. Her lifestyle is the slut walk. This lifestyle is the LGBT lifestyle, right? Freaknik is for straight people who just want to go out there. That's their lifestyle. I don't know
if I would call the pride. I don't know if they would say that the Pride Parade is a, you know, walk about your lifestyle. I just think it is just, you know, who you are, what you identify as in that community. You know what I'm saying, like, that is, I believe, is just something for that community, where everyone who falls under, you know, wherever they fall under in the community could come out together. You know what I'm saying, and it just relish in their pride. You know what I'm saying, to say, hey, look, we're finally able to be who we want to be out in the open instead of having to behind closed doors be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Stuck in a prison in their minds because outside they have to pretend to be who they're not. And now they can be who they are. Whereas, the Freaknik, come on now.
What's the difference between the pride parade and the slut walk then? Because now this is Amber Rose has made it acceptable and made it, hey, I don't have to hide that I'm promiscuous. I don't have to hide that I'm feeling myself. I don't have to hide my sexuality. They're owning their sexuality and going to a walk where they own their sexuality and they're proud of it, which is the same thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, is it really a celebration of being promiscuous, or was it more so a situation where women are always called, sluts, hoes? I mean, bleep whatever is inappropriate. I'm saying sluts, hoes. I want to say it. Yeah, just bleep it, bitches. I'm saying things like that. And they're just saying like, all right, this is who we are. I'm saying this is who you want to call us. This is what you want to call us. This is who we are. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to dress promiscuously. I'm going to do what you might perceive me to be something in this category. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, when I say no, that means no. Like is really like a coming into your sexuality, as you may say, and also like a middle finger to the rape culture to make it so where I'm saying just because you see a woman out here looking a specific type of way doesn't mean that that's who they are. I'm saying like just like how we take the word nigga and be like, I'm saying like that's my nigga. We speak amongst each other with that, but it's a derogatory term. So that's what I think. I don't know. Like that's why I say correct me if I'm wrong. Like I don't remember what the conception of this slut walk was meant to be, like what brought it forth. But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was more so along the lines of that, more so like a sense of activism, ironic activism. I mean,
and which is the same thing that the Pride Walk is, right? Is now they're saying, hey, forget you and your stereotypes. I am lesbian. I am queer. I am transgender. So forget what y'all think about me. I'm be proud and what I am. I'm gonna own it. And now that we don't have to, which is the same. This is the same definition that you just gave for the slut walk.
Nah. Because in the slut walk,
middle finger to everybody who don't agree with us. This is my lifestyle, and this is where I fit. That is exactly what you said. The slut walk.
How you kind of twisted that. What? Yo, because I did say those words. I did, but what I'm saying is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that it was a middle finger to the fact that you see these women and consider them being sluts, but they're not sluts. They're just in this walk saying, hey, look, I look like one, but does that make me one? That's really what I was getting at. Not along the lines of, hey, look, F y'all, this is who we are. We sluts. We out here. We giving it up how we want to give it up. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. I don't know if that's really what they was trying to convey. I'm saying, like, I don't believe so. I don't know.
I think they're one and the same. I just think... everybody's so sensitive about that community right now, which, I mean, bro, I have a lot of good friends that are in that community, like, and they my people. Like, I don't think of them no different. I just think Dwayne Wade's child is too young to be, like, basically the front man, woman for that community and getting awards as woman of anything when you're not, and there's other women that we can give that to. I have an inherent problem with that. Like when Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, whatever, got the award for Woman of the Year, I was like, bro, you are a decathlete. You won male awards, and now you're a Woman of the Year.
In her past life,
I can't. I just can't. Me personally, I can't.
I mean, as society, we have to stop. Obviously, when people are ignorant, you got to inform them. And when I say ignorant, I don't mean ignorant where everybody gets this negative idea about the word ignorance, where it just means you're not, knowledgeable on a certain subject. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just feel like I understand. I'm saying, I understand everything you're saying. I'm saying, like, people just need to stop directing things towards children. I'm saying that's just how I feel at the end of the day. But I don't know what is the age where you can say, like, okay, you can come into who you believe you are, because 18. At 13, 14 in middle school and above, kids are experiencing a lot of things here. I'm saying, like, we've all known people in middle school to engage in specific type of acts,
Yeah.
and staircases and whatnot, and places where they shouldn't even be able to do this with adults all over the place, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? So at what age do you now bring your child in and now you have a conversation and also get to gauge an idea of who your child is and who they're going to be? You know what I'm saying? And once you find out who they are and who they're going to be, taking the route of either encouraging them to continue on the path that they're going,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, depending, I guess, on your views or your values. But I think that there has to be a distinguished line between, you know what I'm saying, what people conceive as, wrong and evil and, a crime, because some people may view it that way,
Mm-hmm.
and, what is just, maybe just against what your morals and your values may be. You know what I'm saying there has to be a distinguished line between that, because just because you think that someone's lifestyle or, their sexual orientation or whatever is wrong doesn't mean you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just against your thoughts and your values and it's not a crime. It's not,
no.
you know what I'm saying? It's not illegal, and it's not, I don't think it, I'm not even gonna get into that. But
yeah, it's not wrong. It's not a crime. And I don't mind your sexuality, your sexual orientation. That's you. That's perfectly fine with me. Like, I don't agree or disagree. That's on you. I live my life how I live mine, and you can live yours. But at the same time, I'm not going to give you awards or give you, credit for that, like for a choice that you made. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. That would be like us giving like Kylie Jenner or something, like, be like, you know what? She's the NAACP African American Woman of the Year because she tanned her skin, and like, this is choice. You don't have to live as an African American woman. You want the skin and the lips and the cornrows and such, and that's basically what we're doing. We're giving somebody who not even of that. Like,
look, I hear
he is not going through anything that women are going through, and then we're giving him women awards.
That thin thread is where you're going on, because I hear you, what you're saying. So you're leaning two ways for me to where I could agree with you, but then you come in and you say like a choice. Like, so how do we know that this is a choice? Is this really a choice for her? Does she choose to feel this way? We don't know. We can't be inside of the brain, so we have to allow the respect of this individual and say, all right, you feel as if you're a woman, you know what I'm saying? Then, hey, you're a woman. But I guess in life now, an individual who might not desire to be in a relationship, and this is to me only relationships, I don't think friendships or business plans and all of that should matter. But like, if you decide that you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who was once assigned a male at birth and now lives their life in their truth as a woman, I'm saying you deserve the right to know, I'm saying, how this person was when they were first born.
So do they have to register as like?
I don't know if there needs to be a registry. I just feel like it should just be I don't think it should be a registry. No, I just feel like it should be. It should just be something out of respect that you would give to an individual to say, hey, I was born assigned a woman.
That respect is, if you waiting for people to do that, then we're never going to get there, because girls only until their age. Like, this is why R. Kelly's locked up. Like,
no, he's locked up for his own.
People don't even
he knew the age. Show me that 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that 14-year-old.
People don't even tell their right age and stuff out here. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard.
He knew the age.
We're counting on people to tell us when they don't feel well to get over COVID, and they still come to work sick until they're spotted looking horrible, and they're like, oh yeah, I've been sick. So if you're waiting for somebody to be like, hey man, I was born a man, but now I'm a woman, it'll never happen. Well, they won't even tell us they got a sore throat. They come to work and be like, okay.
What I'm saying is, if people are allowed the opportunity to live their truths, now you have a society where people are confident enough to tell someone, hey, look, this is what my life was. It wasn't right for me. This is how I felt out of place. I've been living this way now, and I feel like myself. I feel like, this was the right way to go, or however the correct wordage would be for that. And now this individual has the opportunity to say, because there are men who don't care if you were assigned male or whatever at birth. They There are males in that. Come on now, let's not be ignorant. But I'm just saying, like, so that's just where I feel. Like, respect should just come there. Like, hey, look, you know.
Yeah, I just don't.
That's it.
I don't think we should be. I don't know. I'm not getting canceled, so I'm being really, I'm very, very politically correct. Cause I'm not even.
Yeah, I think you were far away from being politically correct, but you spoke your truth.
A lot better than I was at work.
Definitely. he was wild. But
I'm just saying, he's a child. Dwayne Wade's child is a child. So, I'm never gonna get on board with that. Like, what happened to stay in a child's place, bro? This whole generation, we're just trying to be cool with these. Stay in a child's place. I was afraid to talk to my parents about sex forever. I had a child on the way and was like, how am I going to break this news at 21 to my parents? And I'm grown and I have my own crib. I don't live at home. I got my own car, everything. I still was like, man, I can't break this news to them. And now we're like, hey, man, you're 15 and you are born a man but want to be a woman. Let's get you on TV on the front line and have your parents take you to the Pride Parade and buy you drugs. When do we get that comfortable doing that, bro?
I guess these are the pioneers of the comfortability. These are the people who are taking this generation.
I don't want you to be comfortable as my child. Respect me. Have a healthy fear of me.
That's your perspective on parenting. I'm saying you have the right to feel that way, but Dwayne Wade has the right to now coach his child through her life journey, through his transition into a female.
How can he coach something that he's never been through?
They're coaches who never played basketball. I mean, they've been around basketball. They've seen basketball.
So he's been around a bunch of transgender people?
I don't know his life. Do you know his life?
I mean, born in Chicago and stuff, and just living the way
he hasn't lived in.
He lived.
He didn't.
He also went straight to Marquette, which is not the greatest area.
How many years did he play in the league?
And then he went to Miami.
Because like people like, if I'm not mistaken, Dennis Rodman were born into situations where he was into crime and doing certain things at a young age, and I'm saying he still ended up being someone who who put on dresses and who some may consider bisexual or whatever.
He was an attention seeker. Oh, come on! I think his caliber of women he was doing it, but he was just an attention seeker. That was what he was all about. The hair, he was just a distraction for the opposition and an attention seeker from the media.
Or maybe he was just living his truth. Maybe he was just being himself. I mean, in the interview, the documentary I saw him on ESPN, that's just who he is. I'm saying he's just being himself. He shares a very healthy attraction to women. I don't never really hear him say anything much about
he's
how I feel about men.
He's just an attention seeker, and he wore a dress because I wanted to. He just did what he wanted. He was a rebel, which okay. But he wore a wedding dress. Did anybody say, oh, he got a bride of the year because he wore his wedding dress?
It was a different time, Mike. You gotta come on.
I'm not getting along. I'm still in the 90s.
You can't. I'm saying we in 2021 now. I'm saying it's only up from here. I'm saying
I get it though, but I just don't want to.
Because because I'm gonna try to segue our way out of this. So we started with the toy. I'm gonna end with a toy. I don't know if this is real. Because people make a lot of fake stuff, but I think this was real. I think Cardi B has an action figure, a doll. Now, I saw it. I don't know. It could be fake. The internet is crazy, and everybody has access to it. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. Not too long ago, she was saying how her music is not for children. I'm saying, do not play my music for your children. My music isn't for your children, but yet you make a toy which is obviously for children. No. So why would this child even know who you are if they're not supposed to be listening to your music? So how do you feel about artists in this capacity? That make music about what they make music about, making merch for young impressionable children.
I get what she was saying. She doesn't make music for kids, and that whole conversation came because she turned her music off when her child walked in the room.
Yeah.
So she turned it off. Cool. People say, "Oh, you make music and your child can't listen to it." No, it's not for my
which I agree
3-year-old or 2-year-old, however old culture is.
I think like 3, maybe.
So
at the time,
the music is not for her, basically. But she's also not ignorant to the fact that parents let their children listen to her, and a lot of children, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, know her songs, know the TikTok challenges, like, and that's not on her. It's not her job to monitor what she puts out. Her job is to make money for her family. So if you let your child listen to Cardi and do the TikTok challenges and dance and twerk and do all this stuff, she's out to chase the bag. So let's put a run of toys out. If they sell out, let's put another run of toys out. You know, like, it's not her fault that parents are letting their children listen to it and know what it is. Like, Grand Theft came out for adults, but then teens started playing it, the younger kids started playing it, and they just was like, man, keep putting stuff in there. Like, if they're going to let their child play Grand Theft and we have strip clubs and scenes where they're in the strip clubs and girls is taking tops off and you get to go to your little girlfriend's house and you can pick chicks up on the road and go in the alley. Like, if that's in the game and then you let your child who's underage play it, that is no longer Rockstar's problem. That is a parent problem. Like, you have to tighten up. Like, so she's out to get the bag. Now, if this run of toys come out and it flops, then she'll understand, like, all right, that's not my lane. Let me stay in my lane and make music. But we control that. Like Jeezy said, this the almighty black dollar. Like, if anybody's gonna buy her toys, it's gonna be us. Like, it's not gonna be middle America, Wisconsin moms buying their child a Cardi B doll. Like, first of all, what is the doll going to do? Is it just going to sing? Is it going to have outfits? Like,
it just looked like something that had like outfits. Something you just change up the outfits. It looks like Cardi B. You just switch up outfits and stuff. That's what it looked like.
So
like
she got a bright doll,
bright doll, something like that.
But